I just wanted to thank you all so much for coming out. So many familiar faces in the room, which is lovely.
There is no reason why people shouldn't come from Scotland and shouldn't be at the forefront of media. There is no reason why there needs to be one narrative and one voice.
I am so pleased to be with you all tonight to the launch of the Equal Media and Culture Centre for Scotland. Stories shape our lives, but what happens when people are missing from those stories? When we don't listen, when we don't get to hear.
I just want to say a very big welcome and thank you all for joining us. It's so wonderful to see you all. It feels very timely to be launching an initiative that will work to address the overrepresentation, bad behaviour of men across the media and creative industries, the stereotyping of women and lack of gender balance and diversity in print, on the airwaves and on screen.
So I'm an Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Officer at the Musicians Union, the UK's trade union for musicians. A key theme has been about representation and not feeling represented. And so I've been turning my personal experience of this into making more work about addressing underrepresentation and inequality.
I think why the Equal Media and Culture Centre is so important is that beyond the kind of numbers, we know that inequalities persist in terms of stereotyping around gender and intersectional inequalities. We know that informal practices and discriminatory practices persist, and that's why it's really important both to have a centre that's compiling this sort of rigorous data that we need around the sector, because from that data, that's a foundation through which you can bring different actors together to push for change.
I'm delighted to attend the launch of the EMCC tonight. I think it's very exciting because there's so much to do to improve the diversity in the Scottish media. This is a word that we hear a lot, but we don't actually see a lot done. There are people doing some good work, but it's just not enough, and we need everybody to be on board and to actually understand why it's so important to have media that is actually reflective of the diversity of Scotland. We need it to tell better stories, to cover more stories, and to actually implement change in the country. So I think it's a really big deal. I'll be keen to follow the activities of the EMCC in the future, and I can't wait to see the change it's going to bring to the country.
As an artist, I have a duty to investigate the truths in myself and to craft experiences, stories, and narratives which invite others to open themselves, or at least peek out the window to other truths and ways of knowing.
I thanked them for the kindness, and they thanked me for mine. And then they started telling me that they don't feel so fine. They talked about a death, or a lover, or a mark that was made upon their body but felt deeper in their heart. They talked about their pains, and they thanked me for my art, because hearing me be honest helped them feel like they could take part.
If I'm truly honest, I think that the EMCC could end up being a framework that's rolled out globally, because we need this type of bold approach to equality in so many places, and I just feel so lucky that I live and care about the city that is starting it.